Why is the House, and you heard Dana Bash at the top of the hour, the Republican leadership, the incoming leadership saying, issue number one, repealing health care reform, the new law, when you know it's not going to get repealed in the Senate, and even if it were, the president would veto it, and the Republicans don't have the votes to overcome a presidential veto?
Well, I think they're going to do a couple of things at once. I think you're going to see very serious moves of budget reduction, deficit
That's
reduction.
one thing, but to actually repeal the whole law now.
Well, because the main reason they're doing it is they promised they would do it, and a lot of them ran on this, and it's very important to them to take this stand, this principled position. We'll see what happens. I'd be very interested to see what the Democrat House does with the Democrat House members. Remember, it only passed by 7 votes last time. This is an extremely...
Well, the Republicans don't even need Democrats to repeal it in the House.
They don't, but it will be interesting, nevertheless, to see what Democrats
to see how many
do.
Democrats join.
Right.
There will be a bunch of Democrats, as you know, who will join with the Republicans and say, repeal this law.
Of course, and as you said, it's no shock that if it is indeed passed in the House and passed in the Senate, it will get nowhere when it comes to President Obama. It's no shock to anybody. Republicans are making this issue number one because they made this the point all of last year. And so no doubt folks will be looking at those moderate and conservative Democrats, especially those senators who are up for re-election in 2012.
Because you heard Jack Cafferty and a lot of others are saying the Republicans may be falling into the same trap that President Obama fell in by, instead of dealing with jobs, dealing with health care. And now it looks like the Republicans are falling into that trap as well.
This won't take long. This will be a layup for the majority. They know what they believe. They'll pass this. We'll see what happens in the Senate. We'll see what the president does. But it's not the only thing they'll do about health care.
But
they'll also have hearings. I think this will be very important. They'll also look at the various regulations that are coming out. This is an unpopular bill.
See, what they can do, Roland, is that they can chip away at the funding for various provisions of the new health care law. They can chip away at some of the regulations. That they can.
They can do all of that, but again, there's no doubt in 2012, issue number one will be the economy. And so they have to strike a significant balancing act, because if you go too far on that issue and you don't stay focused on the economy, I mean, we saw what happened in November. The public is saying, look, 9.8% unemployment, the need for jobs. If you don't focus on that, make that issue number one, it could come back to bite you.